moved from the coast, which we were so acclimated to,
Well, we lived there for
metabolism
15 years.
to here, which we had no problems with dealing with the heat. Well, we had air conditioner, come to find out, but we were going to hot events and not having too much problem. But come fall, we've just been freezing.
Yeah.
And that's not what I expected.
No. But we were going to hot events. Yep. And
Okay.
everything's all up there.
Now we just have to get this thing to work. Are you going to play nice with me today? This one hates me.
That really hates everybody. I know how to finicky. Do you want me to do it?
No. Okay.
And that one does by default have its volume off.
Yes.
Okay, so
since there's 2 people watching.
Pilgrim Flask. 8. How many of them do you want to throw? Do you want to throw 2?
I'll throw 2.
In size of piece of clay, about 40 ounces a half?
150.
Because I was thinking about that.
Yeah, kind of like that. I just peel back the warm layers of my arms.
Hey, but you got the heater blowing on you.
Yeah. Then I have to switch what water I'm using.
40 to 50.
Ooh. Hard. I hear water heating. That is only 37. I said, we're cold water.
You touched it?
Just did.
Okay, this piece is like 48 ounces.
Okay.
So obviously you'll need a bat still. So we're throwing a bit later in the day because we had a customer stopping by to pick things up.
In person.
In person, yeah. The water's not yet steaming.
Yes.
So just hang out over here for a second because I'm sure you don't want to touch the water. Oh, do you want a cleaner bat?
Yes, I do.
At least one that's the right color.
Yeah, at least one that's the right color.
Okay. Since you're doing something that'll have revealed sides, is that one good?
Yeah, that'll work.
I should grab a few more of those while I'm at it.
Yeah, that would work.
This one's kind of crackly in the middle. For this, it'll matter.
Yeah.
This one has a cleaner side to it. Ew, that one's got chunky stuff to it. There's another one.
Ooh.
I figured if you're going to be... someone else that has a cleaner side. But that one's got stuff on the other side.
Well, we scrape some of that.
Okay.
Here.
So
It's use the side of the wheel. Here, you might be able to see better on this.
Ditto, baby. And that should... oh, that's actually...
See?
in which case, you don't need this one because that... oh, that is pretty loud.
A little bit of roof. Here we go. See? It's clean now.
Clean.
Clean for a certain value of clean.
No steam yet. It's starting to have radiant warmth right here. And because you're not touching that water until I add hot.
My hands are warm and I want them not to get as cold as that water. Oh, come on already.
Oh, I'm seeing steam. I'm seeing
Ooh.
steam. Probably good.
Put my hand down in the heat layer. There's a heater down there.
Okay. It's not really hot. It's not hitting the boiling stage yet, but I can always add more in a little bit. How's it feel?
Like, it hasn't normalized yet. There's
there's hot
swirls and hot and cold. Well, it's 10 after 4 in the afternoon, 47 degrees, and the sun is going down. So we had to turn on the lights.
And 84% humidity in here.
84%.
84%, yep.
So No, nothing's drying out here right now.
No,
So
but
earlier
just the
we had to
reason
take
why-
it down to the garage.
Yeah. See,
Or it's
the
what,
shelves are
20,
empty.
what, 20, 30% less humid?
5% now.
Yeah, because we introduced moisture. But there's fans.
Before I moved
There's a
things,
fan down.
yeah, before I moved things down there, it was 10 to 12% less humidity and 3 degrees warmer. After I got the fan going down there, blowing on the pieces that we want to dry.
Going down.
After I got the fan blowing, it went up by 5% humidity. Okay.
Now open it up.
That's what you're
And
basically doing
unless you
is
have
a lot of practice and very strong thumbs, do not open.
and forearms,
And forearms.
because I can feel that on the muscles.
I can see the muscles in your forearms flexing. So, what you're making right now are
Pilgrim flask.
pilgrim flasks. So for that, you're making 2 bowls a piece, which will then be put together like a clamshell.
And then a spout that's connected to the top.
Yes. So
Which actually, bowl-wise, it's the side. But
yeah. At the juncture of the 2 bowls.
the juncture. There we go. So highfalutin words. It's
So when you're done throwing the first bowl, you will use the calipers to check its size, so you can match them. Have Alan, Travis, and Holt. No.
good evening.
Yeah, evening.
If it's getting
evening.
dark, it's evening.
That one was there. It looks like we may have better signal strength today.
Yeah, well, there's no one else using the signal.
And it's not windy.
Yeah.
Or pouring rain. It's just kind of sprinkling.
Yeah. It's just.
Which
we
reminds
drink
me, before it's fully dark, we'll have to remember to check. No, it's Sunday. We don't have to check for mail.
No, we don't.
So what aspect ratio are you going to do for the bowl?
That's what I'm working on right now. Let's see.
It's part of the reason why you're making 2 of them.
Well, once I make one, I can measure it, and
Yeah.
I don't want the base to be too big.
No, because the base will have to be trimmed, rounded.
That's why they look kind of flat.
Yeah, because the side of the pilgrim flask is basically the bottom of one of 2 bowls.
Yeah.
It's another multi-piece construction. Yeah. Sergeant and what Nicole.
No. How are people doing this holiday
Evening.
season?
Now that the days are finally starting to get longer once again. Mind you, won't
It'll
be
be a while.
noticeable for a while.
Yeah. Remember, it's really not that late yet.
No, they feel that way. After all, if it was this light level in the summer,
You'd be like 10 o'clock.
yes, it'd be very late at night. It'd be post dinner. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to remember which screen it's on. There it is. I'm going to bring up. Get on the desktop the next piece that we'll be doing after this, which won't be for a while yet because we're going to be making 2 of the pilgrim flasks, which means a total of 6 pieces.
Yes.
But the 47, 48 ounces looks like a good amount.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll cut you off 3 more pieces that size. That piece is not big enough.
See how it measures up.
She also does have a second set of calipers that opens up even wider.
So these ones, the big one, there's the big ones. So, there we go.
Use those ones mainly when you're doing amphora.
Doing the larger Greek pieces.
Okay, do you want me to set that one up on the table where you can see it?
Yes. That would be good.
And do you need to measure its height with the ruler before I move it out of reach? Get it the right way up.
That's what I thought. 2.5 inches.
Okay.
So it'll be 5. That'll be good.
Okay. So this guy's right here now. It's on the table just over here, which hopefully brought up the OBS screen again so you can see. Yes, it's just within the side of the camera shot. It's just nicely in front of her so she can see it while she's throwing. And you'll probably be needing the 10-ish ounces for the necks.
Yeah. Be kind of the same size as the necks on the Turkish.
The Turkish flasks.
Yeah.
It's just basically a same sort of shape, but different construction method.
Yeah.
Because the Turkish flasks are overall the same shape. They have little hanging lugs. They have the
That's the one
neck.
throne piece on those.
Yeah. Turkish flasks are largely slab construction. Well, you're not really. There we go. There you go. There's your 2 body halves and an 8-ounce piece.
See, I'm trying to see.
Ilsa, Alan, and Jennifer.
Hello. Good evening. We're doing throwing a little later than normal. We had a customer coming to pick up their piece in person as they were driving south.
Yeah. Well, that done. So I have the pieces measured off of that. And how many solo cups do you want to sell?
Oh.
So throw.
That's 6.
6? Okay.
Really, there should be enough for a while.
Don't curse it like that, Mom. You'll have to throw them much sooner if you say that. It's kind of like we figured we'd have Kylix for a while. With those 2 that we finished.
Geek the Halls.
I know.
And a mundane geek themed
Event.
Well,
You had the young man who was into all things basically Mediterranean ancient culture.
He got his
And
mom
he
to
was
buy him 2 pieces.
so incredibly enthused. Yes, he got a Kylix and a Skippos.
The thing is she asked him if he wanted the amphora as well.
Oh, he turned her down?
Oh, I don't know about that. And that's gonna. Wow. What kid? He was about 20.
Yeah. Well, how old are your kids?
Older than that.
Yes.
Even the youngest.
Okay, also with making the halves for this, we're going to be going through this bag of clay pretty quick. Well, is that the right size?
Sorry, a little bit.
Oh, really? There we go. If you finish this bag and still have do you want to do some black?
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. Alan Roberts says hello. Hello.
Hello.
I'll say hi. Eric join. Hello. This isn't big enough. Let me check this one. A little bit bigger. Yeah, you're the right sort of size.
And there it is. Yeah.
It's the 2.5.
Yeah.
Cool.
Here we go.
Whoop. Got it. Mind you, with these things in here, they will still be wet in 2 days.
Yeah. Stuff that I threw last is still wet.
Yeah.
Isn't too wet to put handles on things or come off their bats.
Or assemble teapots.
Yeah.
It's still too wet to put the necks on. Not necks, spouts. Those don't shave, basically. Or at least the the solo cups here will be quick turnaround.
Yeah.
You don't really even touch them once they're thrown, do you?
No, I don't.
That's okay. You're busy decorating Iznik and Italian.
Italian and Greek seeds. Making kitties.
5.
And then some macabre pieces.
Oh, don't forget the octopus.
And the octopus. Yeah. Just a rough. What are you making today? Pilgrim flasks. And after that, can be doing medieval solo cups.
And I will bring up the reference image
Because there is historic documentation.
For things that at least in a drawing greatly resemble solo cups. Whether or not they were actually red cups with white interiors is arguable. But
it's funny.
And it's a scene where there's people having a drunken brawl in the background. Go. And there's just a little bit left of this, which I'll make into regular beakers.
Yeah. Because we need more beakers.
We need beakers. Actually, it's like a smaller beaker. I'm trying to arrange.
Frame rate is bad today. I'm seeing a slideshow. I'm sorry.
Frame rate on our. So now wave a hand back and forth. Now I have to wait for the lag to come through. Frame rate has a lot to do with what's going on locally. We were having people saying our frames were fine the other day, and we were having miserable ones. Nope. We have fairly smooth reception here at the moment.
Yeah, which doesn't mean anything.
Which means squat, yeah.
I mean, you can always see what it is on YouTube.
Yeah, there's a chance that maybe
it's Facebook.
Yeah, maybe it's Facebook in your area, the Facebook servers there.
Yeah.
Oh, which reminds me, I still have to fix it so I can see commentary via the other things. I still have to install the Restream chat thing on this machine. There's some things that I haven't gotten fully set up on this machine yet.
We've had it for months, sir. I don't know what your problem is.
Yes, she is teasing. There.
I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing, sir. Look.
Mom, that is not a bowl. Can you change it?
Yeah?
Good.
Watch.
Oh, that's a loose bat.
Yes, it is. Look.
So that's going to be more round. Oh, wow. That is pretty. That could just be a more spherical pilgrim flask, couldn't it?
Yes. Because they're not all the same shape. They range from this to this. Oh, damn. I didn't.
Oh, your slippers are so dirty now.
Oh, my poor slippers.
We can brush them off before you could go inside. And it has the one on the other side. It's mainly dust on that one.
That one I just...
There was one drop.
That's why it's also...
Okay.
Yeah. I've been being so good at
not wearing those out here.
remembering to change my shoes. Or in this case, put shoes on.
Let's see. Just unhide this.
Well, these ones are, I can put them through the washer.
If this still functions, I've turned the restream chat that's supposed to come through onto the screen on. See if it functions this time.
Oh, yeah, there it goes.
There it is. I have no idea how well it's feeding through today. I haven't used it in a while. Not after last time we had a troll, but I did alter
Yeah.
how people
I found out last time. It's kind of cool.
We had a comment on YouTube that we missed. Had Uncle and just no.
So
We missed a comment over
retroactively. Hi, Michael. How you doing?
Not to say that we have plenty of cousins.
Yes.
And you'd never
Cousin
know
from
that
my
thing was
dad's
almost
generation.
a cup. Move this so it's not so much in the middle of the screen. Grab the edge of this. There we go.
There we go.
Didn't actually need to do that. I just wanted that.
There
Well,
we go.
fine. Apparently made the text smaller. I just wanted to reduce the height.
Mm.
But the aspect ratio wasn't changing.
See.
Okay, and I'm putting this. Okay, is this measuring the same width
No,
as the
it's a
other two?
little bit different.
Okay, so I'm carefully putting this
Please
down on a
look-
separate shelf.
Yeah, I don't think it'll matter.
No, to keep them paired. Not because I think they'll dry differently.
Yeah, I know. I was.
During other times of the year, I do put things on different shelves specifically to have them dry.
At some point, we have to get some weather stripping in here to keep what little heat we have in here in.
Yeah.
And maybe keep some of the moisture out, because I think that's why the
Yeah.
humidity is going up so much.
Did we actually get that weather stripping?
Yes, we do. We have
Not
to
that
have
drawer, that's
some.
plastic. That looks.
We got a couple kinds of weather stripping, and
Not that drawer.
I haven't gotten around to putting it in yet.
Actually, I have a socket over here. I found the pictures of those that we printed earlier this year of writing source material. And we have a folder for it up here on the door.
We got clever when we were tired and didn't remember where they were.
Nope.
Kind of happens.
Well, it's material that we hadn't been needing again. I found the weather stripping. I'll leave this drawer open. Maybe that way we'll remember. Exactly all of them. Hello. Okay, so last bowl piece.
We shouldn't have any freeze. It's supposed to get down to 32 as low one day this coming week.
Didn't you say that was going to be like Christmas evening?
Yeah. We won't have to drive through it.
No. It's for the first time since I was maybe 7. We're going to be going someplace on Christmas?
We can go have Christmas with family.
Yeah. So good. It's like, it's been since I was like 7. I can see the
Nice.
condensation starting on the windows
I know.
as we raise the temperature in here.
Yeah, it's down to 82% humidity now.
I have no idea if that's because we're driving moisture out with the heater, or that warmer air is more capable of holding additional moisture.
I will get.
Hope you have
Hope
a
you
wonderful
have-
solstice. It'll get warmer now, I promise.
It'll probably get colder before it gets warmer.
Yeah,
Isn't it usually colder in like January?
January, February.
I don't know in this area, but on the coast it was always coldest between January and March.
It's the same way when we lived in the Bay Area. The coldest
Yeah.
months were January, February. And then
Yeah.
spring was March.
And we'll be having our housewarming and studio warming in February
It
sometime.
means we'll have to turn on the heater if we're going to have a studio warming, Mom.
Yes.
That is another loose bat, isn't it?
Yes, yes it is.
That's what that tick, 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 tick sound is in the background.
And it also takes abdominal muscles too.
Because you're bracing.
Yeah.
Because if you crouch forward like this and pull in that gesture, you use, it's the muscles here, it's the muscles down the back of the arm, the upper back, and the abdomen. So you're bracing. As it goes from lump to bowl.
I know. Certain acupuncturist I know says that I
you
work
are
some.
relocated again. Long view?
Long view.
Yep. It's one of the reasons we moved where we did is so
Or no more than 3 or 4 hours of just about anywhere.
Yeah.
Up in this area.
Yeah. Fairly central between, what is it, Salem and Seattle? Or
Between
Salem
Salem and Tacoma, we're halfway between those two cities.
Which makes a number of things a very pleasant drive. You seem to have a lot of loose stats. Could you just drill new holes?
Oh no.
No.
No. Once
the
the holes are in there.
Yeah.
And it's always the ones that get onto the top of the pile.
Actually, those ones were on the bottom. I dug them up.
Oh, that could be when they're on the bottom.
Yes.
Because you buy them that way, and well, if the holes are even off like a 1/16 of an inch,
they'll rattle.
They'll rattle.
Or they'll be force fit the first couple of times.
Oh yeah. Or if they're just a little too close together.
Or she has to take them and go jam, and basically hammer them into place, and the holes are force fit.
Drill smash.
As the bat holes are also a point at which the bat will eventually break along, because you flex the bat to pop it off.
That's okay. They only last about 3-4 years.
Yeah. Every once in a while, you'll get one that'll last longer.
Yeah.
But they're generally the ones that someone along the way is made out of a slightly thicker masonite. There's an average thickness. And then there's
Quarter-inch thick is probably the average. Sometimes it's 3/8.
The 3/8.
Those ones last longer.
Oh, they last a lot longer, but you don't see people make it out of the 3/8 inch that often.
Because it costs more.
Yeah. And it's heavier when it comes to shipping. It's like
a lot of times they're locally made though. You buy them from a ceramic store.
And the ceramic store has somebody nearby who basically cuts the round shapes and drills the holes through.
$5 to $6 a piece.
Yep.
Per bat. That's for the smaller ones.
Every once in a while you have the ones that do them really nice and do the nice little beveled edges. They're rounded.
Yeah, you don't find those too often.
No, you don't. Those are those really old ones that there's still a couple left of that are made out of the 3/8 inch stuff.
I don't remember. I don't think of where those would have come from.
I think those ones actually came from Phoenix.
Oh yeah,
which had such unreliable supplies.
Yeah, they did.
It was a small hole-in-the-wall ceramic store in Arcata,
which is the same city that has Humboldt State University.
It was a feeder supply store. And Shelby joined. Hello. And yeah, so she's going to do that is her trying to locate one. That one needs to go a bit bigger.
I was making it too.
One tool amongst the pile of other clay covered tools.
You know, if it was a computer, it'd have the dot around the four
dots.
It's about the same thing. Second ching. Second ching.
One moment, please. And I suppose for these, now it's too big again. I suppose with these, you don't want the nice rounded lip, do you?
No. Because they're gonna.
Still needs to go a little smaller, or is it good now?
There we go.
minute adjustments.
There we go.
Okay.
And now we're on
Go
to
right
something totally
here.
different. Next.
The necks.
The neck, madame.
Neck.
The fingers.
The nails.
The
Which you
nails.
generally keep trimmed short.
Kind of like a cat.
Well, there's times where you've ground past quick on your
I haven't
nails.
done that in years.
No, I think your nails have started, they grow longer and thicker in self-defense.
Yes, that they do.
Because you have encouraged their growth by grinding them down
Yes.
past the quick.
Used to wear them away faster than they grew. Not only have they grown faster, they grow thicker than they used to.
Yeah, because you always used to say that your fingernails were very thin.
They still are thin. They're just not very thick.
They're just average thickness now.
No, not average thickness. I wouldn't go so far as to say that.
So with the necks, they'll be somewhat narrow cylinders.
Yeah. They're necks.
Yeah. Tool.
They'll become your basic clay color on your basic clay colored shelf.
Yes.
It's a thing.
It's like earlier, I was looking for one tool. Oh, that reminds me. I need to see if I can find my tool. One thin,
And it's not me.
no, one thin loop tool on the floor in here. I had a cup of tools spilled.
That one could be anywhere. It's tiny.
Yeah, it's absolutely minute. The shaft of that tool is 1/8 of an inch thick. And it's brass colored.
Searching. Searching.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a wire.
It's a flat wire looking thing in a bag.
That looks like silver.
Yeah, oh, it's probably good right
Could be silver wire.
It could be. I want to know where it came from.
Because I don't think I've got all the jewelry making supplies corralled into one place yet.
I'm trying to remember which part of the room I spilled the tools in.
Because I eventually want to set up all my jewelry making equipment again and make jewelry.
There's all those supplies. You know where your casting soda is?
Yes, I found that recently.
Well, if nothing else,
At least it lives safely indoor now.
You know, if I put that tool on a list to repurchase, I know it'll resurface.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it. And that's a tool that I use a lot. Man.
There we go. Nick.
Ugh. I will be right back. Yep. Put that one up. There.
It's 53 degrees. It feels quite toasty.
Okay. Now, to bring up the source materials.
Now for something completely different. Yes.
Now look at the name of the file. Okay.
One mirror
this.
down here.
So
where
I'm
the
going
heater
to
is.
add it to the screen here. Find it. There it is.
Deb is watching. Hello.
Hello. Browse.
Stephen's watching. Good evening.
How does it default to that folder? There it is. Now it'll come up very, very briefly. This is going to be an image that's going to be very large on the screen. Very, very, very large, I see. Keep shrinking it. There we go. Yeah, and now it's going to be over there.
Are all of these the same, Sarah? What are these two?
Those are smaller pieces. Those are
Beakers. Okay.
those are
Got it.
non-solo beakers.
No, there's two of them. They couldn't be solo.
I knew you were going to pull on that. In any case, there's your source material.
Which are technically just beakers.
Yeah, they're beakers. They're specialized beakers. try to list some specific beakers. And I'm not seeing that tool. I am sad.
And there's another one over there. Hasn't come up over here yet, so I can't see what it says.
Stefan and Laura.
Okay.
But the to-do folder is getting much, much thinner, Mom.
Oh, that's good. We'll get all caught up just in time for 12 nights.
Ugh, you're right.
Usually happens that way.
Yeah. Not only 12th night, Mom, but Ursulmas as well this
Yeah,
year.
we get to go to Ursulmas this year for the first time.
Ever. And I'm still not seeing that tool.
Oh, we'll just get another one.
Yeah.
It'll turn up, or it won't.
Yeah.
Just like my shrink mold.
Yeah.
I even used it after we moved here.
Yeah. It still hasn't turned up.
That still hasn't turned up.
We got a replacement, and we did not bait it back into existence.
And that's just, there's something on the wheel head.
Yeah,
Or on the other side of the back.
Is, probably like a dry lump of clay on the underneath side.
Do you know there's a way of solving that?
This is how she fixes that rattle.
Water.
Yeah, I can see that one is got some warp to it.
Oh, you went away running that.
Yep, no more tuka 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 sound. And I have no idea if it will hit itself. And this is I'm carving cookie stamp masters right now. I really could use that tool. Well, technically what I could do is take one of the scraps of tiger tail from doing the beaded jewelry and just tape it to tape it to stick. Yeah. I have cocktail skewers, but the I was thinking more of cutting one of the bamboo skewers down to a good length. It won't be as nice because it's not a rigid wire. It might be functional.
Yeah.
Ah, you cleaned the bat.
It's too much goo on it. Goo as in gooey clay. From the last probably several times it was used.
Plus, its Technicolor nature. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to clean out the wheel head again soon.
We'll have plenty of scrap clay.
Yes. I'll have to ask them when next they'll be up this way.
They want to combine and trace.
Divest of our scrap clay.
Yes. This earth is interesting.
Yay!
Psyllium pottery.
Who does a completely different style of
They
pottery.
do wood and gas fire. He does a lot of experimental stuff, which is kind of cool. He
Yeah.
also does a lot of things that are historic.
Yeah, he does more of the German and also the 14 to 1500s English.
Yeah.
The large round green and brown pieces.
Yeah.
There was the shot in the top of their kiln with the large rounded jug with the 3 handles and the spout.
Yeah.
I don't know what it looks like side on, but the top view looked cool. Eleanor's doing. Hello.
Hello. How are you doing this evening, Eleanor? One solo cup.
Yes, well that's what we're making right now. You can see from the
Medieval solo cups. Due to popular demand.
Yeah. One. You are making 6 of them this evening.
Yes. And need more water.
Ah, more warmth.
because I don't want my little pitties to freeze. They don't have a lot of mass.
And I did get this water back up to boiling, so it's, yeah, there's steam rising now. There we go. Is that better?
Much better.
Good. And I will fill the kettle again so that I don't run it when it was nearly dry like I did earlier and have it click off really fast. This is the shop where old things from elsewhere go to die. In this case, there's electric kettle, old office chairs, a decrepit folding table. Is this the one with the bent leg? I think it is.
That's the one that we
Yes.
donated to the ANS for Ontario Westward this year.
Yes.
They get to keep it
Yes.
because it's my way of helping.
It is still a perfectly usable table. It's just one of the
Only
legs is bent out of
They may want to clean it.
alignment.
We'll clean it
You
off.
think
Some.
they might? Yeah, we'll wipe the clay off of it.
It also has very
We have
thin
Jim
on
Joy.
it.
Hello.
They are looking for donations of tables and chairs and whatnot for ANS, either for loan or for permanent. Contact Seamus.
Yep.
He is the ANS steward for this year's Ontario West Board.
And you're head steward.
Yes, I am.
Going up.
Because it's a blue cool.
Yep. Beautiful pocket gallery.
And that's one of our favorite events all year. It was also the first big event we did as a business.
Yeah.
This year will be our 17th year doing that work.
Perfect Robbie says, we like steam. Your studio looks as cool as mine. Your hands cold?
Not now.
That's
I
what the
water.
electric kettle is to put hot water in her slop buckets.
Yes, because it's with the heater going, it's 54
It's gone up
degrees
to
in here.
54.
Yeah.
When we first came out here, it was 46 degrees.
And well, if my hands get cold, they hurt
Really bad.
really bad.
And they make the rest of you better.
Yes, so there's a reason why I have hot water in my slop bucket.
You have angry nerves.
Yeah. I have nerve overgrowth in the backs of my hands.
And the tops of your feet.
So I like to keep those areas warm so they don't protest.
So they don't make the rest of you protest.
Yeah, because that's bad.
Not to dust off your feet.
Oh, my poor slippers.
Well, that's the reason why we did get washable slippers.
They're washable. Well, I
There.
suppose I can make that one smaller at the base.
Yeah.
That one was kind of like very fighter bait looking.
Very fighter bait?
Yeah, the sturdy cups.
Oh, you mean like those original 40-ounce cylinders?
Yeah.
Back when we were first starting the business, our very first special order was a set of cylindrical cups for the then Baroness of Alicia. And they were to have sea lions on them, and there were 12 of them for her guard. At that point in time, we used 40 ounces of clay to make a 16-ounce cylinder cup. Nowadays we use 26. It should show you how heavy those cups were.
I remember.
We have heard that they've been used as hammers on finishing nails. Not recommended.
Sure. I did. My God, I did that on my jewelry box. I didn't realize what I did.
And she checked her cup for damages, and it was.
Well, she has the original one.
Yeah, she does. That was, and that very first one was made out of stone 5. We haven't used in that
I don't
clay.
even remember what company puts that one on.
Oh, I don't even think it was an aardvark clay. I don't remember.
Was it clay? Clay planet, maybe.
It was a
I
different
don't remember.
aspect ratio bag.
Yeah.
Even. We never bought that one while it was still in the box. We always just bought loose bags.
That was probably more than a decade ago.
I think it made, oh goodness, it wasn't Amoco, but it was one of those.
About 40 right now, and
Oh,
all of me hurts
what is that called?
I love watching. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, once it gets down to 40, it is just not nice.
And putting
It's
your hands
not
into
nice.
water and the clay.
Yeah, we don't.
40-degree clay. No.
That sucks.
No, it sucks the heat out of my hands and I lose sensation in my fingers. I can still throw, but it's not pleasant.
We actually have the bags of clay inside the house.
They'll be
For
inside
a
the house.
couple of days before she throws with them, so that they come up to
Bastard.
that one later. So that we can bring the temperature up to about that 60,
Yeah, so it
65
becomes
degree
ambient.
inside the house temperature.
Yeah.
Which, when we bring it out here, is anywhere between 10 and 20 degrees warmer than the air. Or the water.
Water. Oh.
It's the buckets of water. They can hit
The
pretty
buckets
darn
of water
cold.
that actually the one time it was 19.
There was actually ice in our clay buckets.
And ice on the pottery, which after dried very carefully and thoroughly did survive.
Yeah.
And there will be pieces that have snowflakes stamped on the bottom. Those are the ones that survive.
Yep. Not a single one went kaboom in the kiln. I dried them thoroughly.
Cool.
So it is possible.
It takes a lot of care, patience,
it takes
and time.
Patience. It takes patience.
We're going to try doing it in a controlled fashion.
Yes, we are going to throw a piece or two out of a very specific clay, the smooth white clay that showed the greatest surface reaction to the ice.
Yeah. See if we can actually get frost froze.
Yeah, we're going to take some pieces through. I saw that. Yes, we're going to try it on purpose. We're going to take pieces thrown out of that smooth white clay and put them in our chest freezer and see, get it solidly frozen and then defrost and dry it and see if we can do it in a controlled fashion. Because that'd be cool. Because one of the two pieces had this kind of spiral of cracks.
It was going to be neck to one of those autumn flasks, which turned out to just be a cup because we weren't going to do that.
We threw a new neck because we were not going to risk a big elaborate flask with a potentially damaged neck. So between this cylinder cup, which more people want to see you make small cups that shape now. Well, they would fit, nicely into pouches and things.
Yeah.
Or into other pottery. I'm all up for, round Tetris and stacking.
Yeah. You don't get put your hands in the water.
No, I don't. My hands actually do get kind of cold because they're exposed to the air. I touch damp clay, and I don't stick my hands in warm water.
Yeah, because I suppose your hands do get cold.
Also, doing that, I was kind of powdering the clay that was on them. Yeah, because as we raise the temperature, the relative humidity goes down.
To 79%.
I think cold air holds less moisture than warm. So it could be that the amount of moisture in the air isn't changing. I'd have to actually look that up.
Ask your brother.
Yeah, I'll ask my brother to look it up. Have him do the research.
No, he'll probably tell you, well, it's just this. Yes. Don't you know that?
That was just freeze dried. Yeah, what we did with the pieces that froze is we dried them very, very carefully after they thawed.
Yeah.
is I dried them very thoroughly, got them in, put them on top of the kiln, candled them there. Candled is heated thoroughly but not actually fired. Well, this one's got water in the bottom.
Don't want that.
Nope. It'll never dry.
Right, and if we get a free cold snap.
Oh, we have ice crystals at the bottom.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple of the Isnic tankards that do actually have this pattern in the bottom from ice crystals.
Cool.
I'll have to check again.
Yeah.
But there's a number of them of the Isnic tankards that do have the snowflake stamp.
Yeah. Right.
Stick! Stick!
Stick, damn you.
Well, that's one of the bowed bats. I was watching
As long
it
as
flex.
Bows up and not down.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was a
fine.
hump, not a divot.
It was convex rather than concave.
Yep. So after this, you have another 4 pieces after this. Do you want that nice bag of warm black clay?
We'll see. After I finish this.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
Ah, more bat cleaning.
Doesn't that sound wonderful?
David Rostro. Hello.
Hello. After this, 2 more solo deaths. That way they're not solo anymore. There's a small herd.
6, 8. That'll be the 10th piece. So the last 4 pieces you will have thrown 14.
Okay.
This is later than we normally do throwing, but we had someone stopping by to pick up a piece, so we just did drawing the key to the side and carving the cookie stamp masters. One of the new requests that we got from last weekend is actually a request that makes sense, because hedgehog.
Yeah. It does make sense, really.
Hedgehogs are very cute. I haven't done the artwork for it yet, but I've got it written down and I have
Probably a good one for a pin as well.
Yes. This is the reason why I'm doing it as artwork rather than just as a sketch that I can head over.
Let's go feed the horses and enjoy watching.
You're welcome. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Going up.
Yep.
And these ones, a little bit of surface texture on the outside looks kind of cool through the thread.
Yeah.
Go that one. And that. But I'm not sure that this particular cup is one that we have on the website yet.
Huh.
I suppose it's one I need to put up. It might have to go on its own page, though. I think I need to make a rando page.
Yeah.
I also have to consider whether or not to put the new Ottoman flasks up there.
Those ones would have a longer lead time.
Oh, yeah. That one would have a writer in the description of the piece itself.
Yeah.
Because with when we're making some of the Ottoman flasks, that involves rolling the slab, cutting up the pieces, letting those pieces sit for about a week in their cut format.
Yeah.
Before assembling the body of it. And then the lugs have to be shaped. The spout is
thrown.
Well, the neck is thrown.
Not the spout.
The spout is sculpted.
Yeah. That spout is weird, though.
Yeah, I agree that it's a weird shape. It pours really, really well, so I discovered.
Oh, that's good.
Well, when I was applying clear glaze to the inside.
Yeah.
it shot the stream out. Almost overbalanced. The ankle went, no!
Be careful.
I know, I need to be careful with that stupid ankle still.
Ankles are stupid.
Ankles are very stupid. Two more of those, including the one currently in your hand.
Yeah.
And then 2 random beakery cups.
I don't
Unless
know
they're
how-
excited.
I have no idea how interesting these are to watch. They're not that interesting to me.
Yeah, considering their basic truncated bones.
Yeah. But people like them, so I mean.
Low temperatures out here is one of the reasons why we had nice hot coffee before coming out.
Bulk of the body heat.
You bet.
Come out here. Do throw me.
Give your body heat some inertia before coming out. Not to mention the metabolism, get that spiked a little bit.
Yeah.
Of course, our basic coffee is
Coffee and chai.
coffee and chai with milk and everything. I'm Reannag Teine. Hello.
Good evening.
Yes. We'll have to decide what we want to have for dinner when we get in.
We'll figure that out then.
Yeah. Because it's like, oh yeah. With it being evening. Are you reading the screen or watching your hands when you're leaning over that way?
Sometimes one, sometimes the other. Just kind of.
Well, she, to that side of her, she does have a phone that has been repurposed as a reading screen for during streams. I have no dreams watching. No.
Oh, the phone didn't really work so much as a phone anymore.
No, it did not. It was an expensive phone, which means it had a short,
Life expectancy.
yeah, a short usable life. We're watching the changing ridges up the side.
Maybe a little too much.
Yeah. Well, I assume you'd be smoothing them back down, but it's just like I love watching them spiral up.
They're my fingernails.
The other day when you had the air bubbles in the bowl, you were using your fingernails to pop bubbles.
Yes.
I have no idea if it was audible through the mic, but I could hear the crickle pop of the bubbles going.
It's like popping bubble wrap.
No. Very small bubble.
What was that last one then?
Ryan Harris.
Okay, this one seems to have frozen. It's not even good at this one thing.
Yeah, well, we can switch it out for the other reject phone. It's because when we went to get, because the main cell phone got replaced. We were going to transfer the SIM card from my phone over to her old one, because even though it was years older, it was a more robust system. But when we got in there to do it, they went, hey, do you, for signing up for this service over here, you get a free tablet.
And since I had a been a Verizon customer for well over a decade, I guess I had points towards getting a free tablet.
Yep.
All I had to do was pay the tax and then the $10 a month for unlimited data.
Yeah.
So
And thus, I got a tablet for my birthday.
yes.
But we would have planned that.
Oh yeah, totally planned that.
But yeah, I can take the other old phone is currently sitting in my room. I can bring that out here. But I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about that dark screen that Facebook now brings up for chat messages. That's not a setting that I can change.
That's
The thing is, the rest of Facebook stays that bright white.
I know. Which is weird.
The rest of it is bright white, which is so incredibly painful in a dark space. All except for that one thing. I wish that your regular Facebook had the night filter.
Wish
the
you
night
had
mode.
the choice.
Yeah. The only place you have the choice is in the Messenger app.
Yeah. I don't like the white words on the black background.
Whereas
It's
I
glaring.
prefer it. I find it less glaring.
Yeah. Different vision.
Yeah.
You're nearsighted.
I wonder if it is a factor of whether you're near or farsighted. Because Christopher, my brother, who's also nearsighted, he likes the night mode coloration.
Yeah. I just have.
What was our sister? No. And this is the last of the medieval solo cups to be thrown today. Lost the cursor. There it is. Shall I remove that source material now?
Yeah. Remove that source material.
Now, if I was really clever, I would set these things up in advance so I didn't have the amazing scrolling, resizing images on the screen during the stream.
Yeah.
Seldom plan things out that far in advance. Okay, so you just have 2 generic cups left to go. And will you be wanting more clay or no? Okay. The top of that crunchy.
And lots of dried printing that was coming off on the clay as I was trying to pound it into submission. Which I only do to clay. I don't really do that to people ever.
No, you threaten them with the hand of friendship.
I only ever did that to somebody once and he deserved it.
If you like your fingers, be careful shaking hands with the potter. Particularly if they're tired. They may not realize the amount of force that they're applying to giving the nice firm squeeze.
And my hands are small. So it's kind of like people offer to shake the hand and
you learn to squeeze first out of self-defense.
Yeah, because,
otherwise your fingers get all crunched together.
Yeah.
I've experienced that. They give the aggressive handshake, and I don't do the throwing, so I don't have that same sort of hand strength. In which case, yes, they do kind of crunch my hands. Floyd, no. But yeah, when you have the potter being the person doing the squeeze first, they can fold the hand and maintain that crushed shape.
Squeeze or be squeezed. Squeeze.
There's times where I'd be really kind of interested to see, those grip strength meters. What kind of grip strength you actually register as having.
Enough to squeeze the clay?
Yeah, if you were to exert your full force gripping one of those things, be interesting to see where you kind of fall on the bell curve. Especially in comparison, comparing it with mine, which I don't have an unusually strong grip. I don't have the muscle development in my fingers that you do. Because she has actually changed the ring size. By what was it, a full size?
Yeah. Size to 2 sizes, depending on
2 sizes? Which finger did you change 2 sizes? Index finger, that makes sense.
It's really uncomfortable to put a ring on that finger.
I don't like putting rings on my index finger because it cuts into the muscle. If it's small enough that it doesn't fall off of the knuckle, it's too tight on the finger. Linda joined. Hello.
No. There we go. One beaker.
And just one more piece.
One
and we'll
more
be
to go.
done for the evening.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's got noticeable moisture on the inside. There we go. Chunko bat.
Yeah.
Is that one not long for the world?
No, this one's fine. It's not cracked or anything.
It's just peeling?
Just peeling. They do that. They just do that. Oh, it's masonite, which is largely compressed paper.
Yeah. So that one is starting to delaminate, at least at the center.
Yeah,
Oh, that's one of the older bats. Look at his rounded edge.
Yeah.
It's not one of the really old thick ones, but it's one of the ones with the beveled edge to it. And yes, when it comes to the bat pins, every once in a while you'll find the one that's been double drilled on one side because they got it off alignment to begin with.
And the bat pins have been on this wheel for so long.
They're never coming off.
Yeah, they've rested in place. Just a couple of years ago, I thought, I'll try taking them off. Just
nope. So when you tried to do the wing nuts on the underside, it just spun.
doesn't move.
It doesn't move at all.
It's rusted shut.
And you might be able to use some of that like Loctite, not the Loctite, the other
why,
stuff.
though?
Yeah. Freeze off. That's the other end of the spectrum. Loctite is what you use to fix loose ones.
Yeah, that's a glue.
Yeah, you don't want that. And there you are, opening it with both thumbs again.
Oh, yeah. I can only do that on short things, though.
Because you have stubby thumbs. Going up. I'm going to put the spray bottle away over here because it's not something going to need anytime soon.
Not for a couple months.
Yeah. What? March? April?
Yeah, maybe then.
Because the garage half of the studio has its own spray bottle. So it's not like I need to transport it back and forth. Uneven lip. And we're not making measuring beakers today.
Yeah.
No, I was getting the pencil markings in on a set of those earlier.
Yep.
Complete with, oh, that's where the towel I was using earlier went. I was wiping off the water that I spilled on the sink constantly. Every once in a while, the light reflecting off the water on the wheelhead will reflect off the window, and it makes me think there's something over there. We're not out here that often.
At night.
Past sunset.
Yeah.
Ooh, that one's got kind of a pretty foot briefly. The way it goes. All the transitory shapes you see.
It didn't match the cup.
No, it didn't. Looks like that one's going to be one of those narrow, elegant beakers. Fine art. Getting an itch on your face when your hands are covered in clay. My hands aren't goopy, they're just clay covered. Almost done?
Yeah.
Love watching the shape alter. Because now it's a slightly more bell shape. I love it when people ask you how you get the shape on the foot.
Yes.
With all, yes, fingers. And you fit your fingers to the grooves.
Yes. Ah, I see.
It's not a fancy tool, it's fingertips.
Yes.
There we go. That's the last piece for this evening. Thank everybody for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye.